Hello, family. Welcome. It's the States by Raquill. You already know your boy had to make sure that we had to get back in the lab. So I'm just so excited about the upgrades, the new year. Happy New Year's to everybody. So, of course, since it's a new year, I want everybody to have a new financial lifestyle and have a new financial outcome. Now, usually I go over different financial topics. Y'all usually hear me talk about life insurance, investments, real estate, business. One of the things that I do want to cover is the word that everybody hates to hear, but it's the number one thing that is the most important. And that word is sales. Don't click off the video because you heard the word sales. I understand a lot of people think sales is a retarded word. Oh man, sales means inconsistent income. It means that I'm not going to produce. You have to work a 9-to-5 job. And that's not true, because if you really think about it, all the top Fortune Forbes 400 CEOs, they all don't even work a job. They all own and operate their own business, and they have their own income coming in. So what I'm saying to you is, once you start understanding that sales is not something that's awkward and it's something that God designed for everybody to do, you will actually start becoming more of a producer. Because the Bible does say in Genesis chapter 1, it says that he wants us to be more productive, to be more fruitful. So to be productive basically means you have the ability to offer things to people that you can help them to transform their life. So one thing is, sales is even in the spiritual world. Sales is also in the kingdom of God, and sales is also in the devil's camp too. Because at the end of the day, the devil sends salesmen to you to convince you that there's no point of you actually doing the right things for God. And God actually has salesmen, which is messengers such as Jesus, Paul, to actually come to deliver a message to make sure that you're sold on the kingdom of God and making you understand that you have to do the right things in your life. So today, what I'm going to go over is the thing that helps you out to understand is once you increase your sales and you increase your mindset, your whole entire sales volume, everything financially for you will change, and your income level will change. Because the truth is, I'll listen to this guy, and I'm going to put him on the screen just to let you know. Brian Tracy. Shouts out to Brian Tracy, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, Brian Tracy has helped my business out so much when it came down to the area of sales. Another great guy I listen to is Grant Cardone. Very phenomenal. You got some sales author recommendations here. And Tom Hopkins. Tom Hopkins, he's the GOAT. A lot of these guys listen to Tom Hopkins out the gate, but there's so many other great people, but these are just my top 3, right? And one of the things that I learned is that all of them, they came from a struggle, but once they started listening to sales audios, once they started going to sales seminars, once they started hanging around people that were top producers, their income levels literally went from 0 all the way to 1, 2, even up to $10, $20 million a year in income. So what I'm saying to you is, you don't have to know about sales off the rip, because some people think that sales is just you have to naturally have the gift of gab. That was my mistake in the beginning. I used to make excuses like, man, they're only selling a lot because they're a woman. They're only selling a lot because they have a more credible background. But in real reality, you can learn sales even if you don't have a credible background and still become successful. I have heard so many people that they used to work at gas stations, they used to work at retail stores, and once they started developing the profession of being a top sales professional and helping people to transform and have a better life, they were able to not have to go back to their 9-to-5 jobs where they were only making $2,000 to $4,000 a month. They had to work 40, 50, 60, 100 hours a week away from their families. Here, when you develop that skill, you can make way more money, but in less time. So for example, I see people in business where they come into the office, they're only working 10 to 15 hours a week, but they're making $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when you want to have a lifestyle where you can actually live like that, where your lifestyle could be on autopilot, you can literally travel to the country club, you could go out of town, you could go to any country that you want to, and you don't have to depend upon you having to be there just to make money. That's what I want to show you guys. Because you see, when you're an employee, the problem is being an employee instead of an entrepreneur is that you trade time for money. So you always get into the cycle where you always have to be there 24/7. But since you trade time for money, you end up making low amounts of profit. Now, when you're an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs, they're bought into understanding that their products and services helps them to transform the world and make the world a better place. So yes, they make high profit once they dedicate themselves and be disciplined every day. and they don't have to work many hours. So one thing is, people fail to understand, sales is not something that you do to somebody, it's something that you do with somebody. It's something that you do for somebody. Because you should be only selling, offering a product or service that's gonna help to transform somebody's life in a better way. Problem is that most people, when they hear the word selling, they think that as an entrepreneur, you're out there selling drugs, narcotics, or doing something to actually hurt them. No. You should be always offering a product or service that will help them to be more beneficial and help them to increase their life. For example, people think when they first hear initially life insurance, they think that people in life insurance is con artists, scam artists, all this other stuff. But no, when you really think about it, we help people to develop a peace of mind, because if you were able to have $500,000 to $1 million of coverage upon your family, and God forbid that family member or whoever you have covered passes away, that's $1 million that you now have left behind. You give that family the financial education upon it at the same time, they can use that $1 million, open up their own business, open up anything they want to do, or even have like their own residential real estate investment property of their own. So for example, Master P was somebody who utilized life insurance, and he actually took the money from his dad's policy once his dad passed away, and he opened up No Limit Records. So that's how he became so successful. So what I'm saying to you is, you gotta get into a mindset where you are 100% comfortable with being an entrepreneur and start learning how to cancel out being an employee and let it go and have a better self-esteem and a better self-concept of yourself. Because the truth is, when I first got into entrepreneurship, a lot of family members, loved ones, friends, they automatically started telling me things that you should get a real job. Entrepreneurship is not for you. People try to attempt to tear down my self-esteem every single day about me doing this, because they were so accustomed to doing this and they had little belief in doing this. But everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to be on the entrepreneurship side. But once I understood that to be on the entrepreneurship side, you have to sell products and services, that's when I started to break free from having the employee shackles upon my life financially. Because the truth is, you don't want to be enslaved to a corporation where you feel like you're enchained and you have to be there because that's the only way you're going to make money. You want to be able to live a lifestyle of options. And one of the things that I learned to understood is that entrepreneurship, it gave me options, but then it also helped my clients to have more better options for their life. Because without me, they wouldn't know how to have 4, 10 times more money saved for retirement. They wouldn't know how to have 4 to 10 times more coverage. They wouldn't know that they could have saved over $100 a month upon their plan until I sat down with them. So I understand that what you offer has to be able to save them in a great way. Because the truth is, if you have a very valuable product like life insurance, investments, real estate, mortgages, your business should excel. I heard people where they actually sold fish out of an ocean and made over $100,000 within 8 months. So if they can do that, why can't you do this with your business and with your industry? So this on today is a coaching session to let you guys know that anything is possible. Just by increasing your sales volume. I'll erase this here. Love you guys, but I gotta erase you guys for a second. To increase your sales volume, I had to work on 2 things. People skills, well, 3 things. People skills, leadership skills, sorry for the long writing here. I know I wasn't the best writer in school, but hey, anybody can make it in business. This should be motivation to you guys. And the last is sales skills. I know my S look like a 3, but who cares? Right? Reason why I say these 3 skills is for this. You're not in the business of just selling your product. You're in the people business. So when you're sitting down with people, you want to get to know them. You know, like, how's your day? How's your kids? What's your kid's name? How many kids do you have? You want to get to know the person that you're actually developing a relationship with, because when you do that, it shows that you care about their whole entire family. So even when you're offering the product, you say, listen, I want to make sure that your family is in the best position. So that's the reason why I'm getting to know you and ask these questions, because I take you and your family's life serious. So the number one thing that we're in is in the people business. Problem is with a lot of salespeople, they think they're in the product and service business. So they're always focused on the close, but they're not focused on developing the relationship, which is way more important than the close. Because if you build a loving and caring relationship with that first person, even if it's that one person, they could do a client testimonial for you. They could get you 10 to 15 other referrals and get you 5 to 7 more clients just by being more of a humble and honest person. Leadership skills. Taking the initiative, because when you have leadership, you have to have resilience. Because the truth is, you're going to see a lot of people with angry faces sometimes, negative faces. I heard that 70% of the time in the beginning, you're going to hear the word no. Main thing is when you have leadership, you have the resilience that even though people are telling you no, they're not telling you no because they want to tell you no. They're just telling you no because they had a bad experience with a previous salesperson. Somebody sold them a product or plan that relates to yours that was not the best of benefit. So they're just taking out their anger upon you. So leadership helps you to block out the noise, block out what you see in people's emotional responses, help you to control your emotion, help you to control your posture as a professional, and help this person to get the best help that they can. Because at the end of the day, leadership helps you to take initiative and stay resilient. So that's why you need leadership. Then 3 is sales skills. So when I put sales skills, it's more strategies, tactics. But at the same time, you have to have these strategies because with sales, it's a process. So with sales skills, it helps you to know what to say, when to say it, and how you need to say it. And when somebody throws an rejection at you, for example, I feel like this is too much money, you'll know how to actually control that process and actually overcome that objection. So you learning these things, I know it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Very simple philosophy. If you listen to the 3 authors that I mentioned to you, you could put in Grant Cardone audiobooks, Brian Tracy audiobooks, Tom Hopkins audiobooks. You'll realize that they all have one thing in common, is that they're going to say the same exact things that I just mentioned to you today. So these skills right here and learning this will help you to be in a position where you could potentially become a Fortune 500 CEO. Because the truth is, the number 1 businesses that actually are created, that's in the top 500 businesses of the world, they all were created by top sales professionals. At one point, Steve Jobs was going out marketing his products out there in California, and he had to start out by selling it first. Bill Gates started out selling Microsoft in his garage. So all the greatest top salesmen actually are the ones who makes the most money here in this country today. So I just want to give you confidence and motivation. Do something different this year. Instead of not self-improving, not reading books, why not read books more? Why not learn these different skills more? Because the truth is, they're all skills. And the only way you can know these skills is via knowledge. That's why I said know the skills. You can learn these skills. So just like how you can learn how to ride a bike, swim, golf, you can learn how to do these skills if you put in the necessary practice and you go out there and get involved into a business. Greatest businesses right now is the financial industry, real estate industry, but finance is number 1. Because in the financial industry, there's so much money that can be made. So I'm giving you guys suggestions, giving you guys a clear blueprint of what's going to help you to get to a point where you can help the clients that you are working with make sure that they're happy, totally satisfied, they're having a better lifestyle via your product and service, and at the same time, you can become an entrepreneur, be a millionaire, be wealthy. So this is the States by Raquill. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, share it to the world, because man, in our culture, we need to have more entrepreneurs being more successful, winning, and being more motivated. And that's my time.